Yeah, James. So some of this topic that we want to bring into place, like work at home, work at the office. So I have my own opinions, right? I kind of tested. I loved working from home. I still love it. I promote digital nomadism, right? I like that being digital nomad for certain people, right? What do you think about it? What do you like? Okay, start from what you like and what do you think about back up why you think it's good or bad or what you generally see for of course, end of the day, productivity, company making more money, people being more efficient, all comes into play. So, what's your opinion about this to work from home or go back to office, or what do you see?
So, I mean, my personal opinion, I have got to agree with what you said in terms of it suits the person more. It depends what sort of person. It's not like a one size fits all, but personally for me, I found myself a lot more productive in terms of like you have your space and you know what you're doing and you get, like, so my little office is built up from like nothing to like an office with like everything I need, so I've
Yeah,
got it all there.
yeah.
Nice to spend time with your family or be like around them, even if you're not like doing stuff with them. It's just nice to be there. You got stuff like, like home comforts for food. You don't have to go spend money out at lunch. You just, so it's definitely got benefits, working at your own pace for certain things and stuff like that. But then the thing is, they both have their own benefits, don't they? So it's like office has some benefits of its own. Working from home has benefits of its own. Personally, I like remote work because obviously it gives you that freedom, and it's a bit more exciting, I think, than finding going into an office. I found sometimes going into an office can get a bit monotone.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, right, you go in, you do that, you do that. For me, it's like I wake up and I think, right, what can I do today that will be better than yesterday? And maybe that's just personally me. What are your opinions on
I
it?
mean, I get what you see, right? I get what you're saying. So it has its goods and bads depending on the family background, how people would support, how you set up your home office. Do you have a quiet space? How efficient you are, right? All these things. So if I see how we work in, it would have been better if you actually come in office and I'm also around, Kasun is there, and if all together, like, so then idea comes, like we put into place, right? So right now what's happening, we come into place to do the podcast studio. However, otherwise, like, it has its benefits, especially family time, eating healthy, because if you go to an office, you're eating crap from a takeaway. So
Meal
that's
deals and
definitely bad. That's something I saw. Like when I love the fact, like even always, like even when we have in the Canary Wharf office, I like to really go and have my place apartment next to the office, just 1 minute away, just to make sure I'm fooling myself with the right thing. And everybody likes remote work, flexibility, but when I see some people who doesn't have or haven't worked in office and no productivity, have a goal, they get a lot distracted, and it's bad for a company,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm seeing some of the juniors and all, they never had that discipline, right? So their friends showing up, they have to lie to the company, right? They're missing up. So the people can see that one. So I from a company started seeing. However, going to the office, I've also felt wasting time, because you to travel to the office, you're tired already, right? You go to the office, you catch up with your friends, you chit chat a bullshit a lot. It's very ideal if you're actually working from home, but you have your quiet zone and where your discipline. Ideally, your garden office, or else your own
Yeah, yeah.
office that you shut down. Your family or anybody doesn't, or your friends doesn't show up. You just like have such a discipline. You're like, I'm like deep work, because end of the day, deep work is what's gonna get a person to thrive. It's like not just the what he or she's doing gonna help the company, they also thrive. There are a lot of learning time and everything, right? So I advocate and I love it, but like it all comes down to your discipline, mine, because my early days always ClickDo was built and like being working from home, a room, but I was disciplined, phone off, no friends showing up, never. Even if mistakenly they call, like if I answer, I would be distracted to meet them, right? So that discipline is what would get you to scale. Ultimately, it's about, I recently did a video about being a linchpin. Even if you're working in a company, part of a company, you can really rise to the top of in that company and be a part of the company. If you are a linchpin, just you got to be so good that the company cannot even replace you. That's the goal everybody should be having. So then you can really come to the level, you can climb to the top, companies are going to get picked up. If not, just leave the company, right? So it's a part of your tribe. So if you're in a tribe, ultimately you have to see you serve the tribe, which the tribe serve the humanity. And if the tribe also picks up you, as by identifying what you're doing is helping the tribe to serve the people, that's how the entire tribe goes. So if you are a person, you'd like, I like to work from home because I can just like mess around and waste the time and bullshit and do my other stuff and all, because the company or your tribe is going to pick up it, and also it's not the right way to do it. Some people doing, that's why I can see some big companies, like even you see Twitter, right? Elon Musk could remove like thousands of people. It had like 7,000. He said now it's gone down to under 3,000, and it's still running. And it's actually, I feel it's running better.
Oh, they had some crazy.
It's running better. It's after firing that many people, because what happened, because the previous CEO, and they were like facilitating work from home. A lot of these people, like especially if you have, it's not young or anything, the people who does not have discipline. So when they get to work from home, I know when I kind of like fell off track. So I had a period, I thought I built the stuff and all. Then I was like, okay, just enjoy. Think about like wasting the time, right? Enjoying. If you have your girlfriend, you're spending the time with her. You're acting like you're working. You're having sex, right? All those things. Like, so if that discipline goes on here and there, it's a different story. In our tribe and all, I see people need to have fun, right? But it comes down to you catch up and you do the stuff. You have the discipline. Otherwise, company or what you're working, even if you're a freelancer, so like, you're of course going to work remotely. You need to have your discipline. You need to have your real discipline, that you're like, I will get it done sooner and I'll move to the next, make the money quickly. But if you're like, okay, I'm remote working, I'm my own boss, I have my freedom, I'm just going to watch YouTube, I'm going to play around and go on a couple of dates and like, or else like midday holidays. There are certain levels to do, but a person who has discipline and a really written schedule, I try to have it. Like there are certain things to achieve on that day. If I achieve it soon, I'm like, yeah, I can have more time in the gym for more longer, right? So it's really planning it out, and this could come by people enjoying what they are doing, and they're seeing a future of what they are doing as a part of a team or a company. They're like, they love it. They're they love it. Then they put the time.
Well, you want to grow within it.
Then they want to grow with it, and the companies will pick up on that. If not, the people have to take decisions, right? Some companies would use you. We saw big tech companies. People they come on, like you talking about Google or those people. They don't really have to fire people. Like they have money, right? They downside. They're like, okay, we don't care. Fucking just dump them down, right? We also had like even we have on our 24/7 running office and all different places. Like this now, these tools comes and all, but we like they've been right. Their team come. We're like, learn the new tool, new skills. Let's be with us. Let's go together. Those are the companies that people should really go. Because the big companies, they're going to dump you.
Yeah, and I think it does, you raise a really good point when you say about having that previous experience, because like, personally to say, so I come from a place where I wasn't remote working, every day had like a start and an end time.
That's the training.
So yeah, because of that, I'm my own worst boss, if you know what I mean, because when I'm there and I sit down, if I look at time, bloody hell, I'm 2 minutes late, I'm not going to be 2 minutes late again, but I'm doing that. I'm telling, I'm not, I'm not having, you don't have to go to me, James, why are you like, I'm telling myself, if it's like, 3 o'clock, I'm like, I'm not going to finish. I've still got 2 hours. You've got to make yourself.
People, I feel like, I mean, if people had like done some work, climb it out, and also they bring an asset. Like most of our people in the company, right? Like that's why we don't really put up a vacation policy or a timing. It's pretty much been like people know their thing. If not, we just like let them go, or else like everybody knows their thing, because it's been leadership is within you. You're the boss in your department. Like how I see in our companies and the stuff, people build their teams, right? You're really glad, like you can see, like when you even go to India, like when you travel, you'll see like how these teams are built, and with the leadership, and also underlying teams are also getting to be built. And because like that's how a company can go more fun oriented, not like control. Do this on this time. You're late. Why you late? You punish. You're cut by the salary. Like it's very toxic, and people would never anyway don't feel like working in a company like that.
Yeah. I think the happier you feel in the company, the more you're willing to put forward anyway, because it is that. It is what you're saying, isn't it? Like, and I also prefer the fact of like, when you go into a small company, you've actually got somewhere to get, so you can build with them, like you said. Whereas with a big company, it's like you might get noticed. Again, you're one of very many people. It's actually why I brought this point up, actually, because the article that I read was about big companies not really offering remote work now because they don't have to, whereas smaller companies actually do, because they're more, they want their staff to be happier, and still work and produce. And they still want the same.
I feel, adding to your point, remote work, it has its real good stuff, right? I mean, I asked you, did you go to gym? Like, I asked Cousin, like, why don't you, like, he's like, I'm busy all the time. I'm like, lunchtime, go to the gym, work it out. Because, like, you work even in the night, right? Like, I'll tell, because your health and everything matters for you to bring the best to the business, right? To the company and the part of what you do. And more than anything, a person should be, I asked that question when I was working in the business and everything. I always want to be the best in the department, be the person that make the most cash, right? The seller. And I had privileges. I had advantages. I had to pay to a point like director would just walk past and say literally, "Man, you should just go and watch a movie with your girl." I literally like that, like because I sell so much because I've been an asset, right? When I put the time, I did it, and then but the other person, if they leave, they would ask it because they're like they were not good, they were not bringing the money, or what they're doing, they was like also lagging. So linchpin concept, read the book Linchpin by Seth Godin, you'll get an idea. Be resist like you cannot be replaced level. Your motive, if you decide to working in a place, you get so good, you decide if you want to leave, but the company can't because you're like a linchpin. So then the company thrives really, because so that's my motivation. And anybody who's like even if you're remote work or you freelance or you're trying to build you're a blogger, you're offering a service in the digital creator economy, that's what your game should be. And being a part of a young company is actually good. I mean now you see, like, you literally learn the setups, like the cameras, the editing, like everything. I see that, like, James was like literally like, look at the videos he did like 1.5 years ago, and I saw the last video how you edited. I was like, wow, just give James not 6 months, give 1 year, right? So I'm like, see
to learn.
Now you do the setup, you will set up the podcast room, you will set up the lighting plans and everything, and editing, all the thing, because that's the thing of a beauty, and you become an also asset for your life's future by being a part of a company. Because if you're a part of a company, you just only did the editing part, you just like like, you know,
in a big machine.
big wheel, you know. So, and but if you know
if you enjoy it, I think if you enjoy it, that really makes a difference, because you have that passion as well. So even if you have a bad day, it doesn't mean your passion's gone. You just had a bad day, and then the next day you make it a good day, you know. Whereas if you don't enjoy it,
take a walk. I mean, I'll tell the people, even I tell you, like, even like not feeling good, I need to just like take out off to walk in the nature, to feel it, you know. So that's how it should be. So
one thing I do want to say is, don't listen to these people on TikTok that are like, get you know, I make 10 grand a month, so I've got 5 remote jobs.
Not many
right?
are making.
Yeah, and even if you do get 5 remote jobs, right, you are never going to be the best at either one of them. So what's going to end up happening is that you have 5 very basic jobs that they don't really care about you. You don't really care about them. You're working your ass off. Even if you do get to that point, don't listen to these people.
Like, there's a lot of people also, I will say, like, okay, that's why some of the big numbers and all these influencers are tracked by a lot of numbers. But when you go to provide them a service, so I've seen some of the people actually even on the ClickFunnels, right? I'm really thinking, I hope like some of the people who talks about 2 Kumar Club, like 10 million done, 30 million done, I met them. So because I had to meet them, they wanted to hire when I was doing SEO. Kind of pay £1,000. They were just like, no, like really? Like, so I'm like, you asking to do it, you have been getting the award and you were talking about this thing, and some I actually have even gone to their place other than the place that they were renting to show in the video. I literally had the opportunity to go because I ranked for the keyword ClickFunnels SEO. So I got some of those funnels guys, mega multi-millionaire promoted influencers. I've been seeing, I was like, wow. And I've been to some of people's house where they record the videos and everything. And I actually saw like, so yeah, don't buy into that one. Just do your thing. Journey will take time. Believe it and do that. So a lot of people are, I'll teach you how to make 10K or anything. Those people are really maybe even making that 10K because they wanted to get the attention, to get the click and possibly sell their course really. So this journey of being good is by you putting the time. You want to get good at blogging. You want to get good at videography, writing, and anything a person wants. You know, James, how long it took to be good. Now, I think you hammered it for like 1.5 years, right? Just like really get good at to be multi-skilled, but like it wasn't coming in 3 months.
Oh, no, not at all.
I mean, somebody would promote like, I'll edit the videos and I'll be making 20K. Nah, it takes a journey. It's even getting competitive because look at the views going down. You have to pay for it.
More people uploading.
It's like if you choose to be in the digital economy, and if you're starting out, if you're a new person in a creator's economy, start with without ignoring the stuff. I think we went on the previous things about like learning to build a website,
Yeah.
and learning to write, learning to become an operator of these AI tools, and being smart, and take your journey, and rather worrying about it. Like, listen to people who not just giving obnoxious numbers only just to sell their next course. Lot are doing that.
Yeah.
Lot are doing that. All the I'm seeing this one, right? Really, like, because it's so easy to do that. I mean, rent it out, you show it off, and then you like my sign up for my 10K course or 1K course, and you will be do that. Now you do the hard work. A lot of information as we are giving is freely available.
Oh, absolutely.
Internet,
All they're doing is they're on their own journey to make their money.
they make money by telling you how to make money, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's their journey. Yeah, it's ironic, isn't it?
Lot of people, like, so their own journey is like trying to make money, saying you can make money by they selling their course to make. Hope you guys got some good ideas from this podcast, and it was interesting always with James to cover those topics on a weekly basis. And if you have any questions, drop some comments below, hit the like button, subscribe if you're seeing this on the YouTube SeekaHost channel, or else one of our channels, Fernand Raymond or J-Dog, and just share it, just give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. And we look forward to coming back with you more topics. You can always tell what sort of topics that you want us to cover, and we'll definitely bring it